What is up, folks? Briston Gaming back with another episode of 7 Days to Die Mods Weekly, the show where we help you figure out what mods are good for you. And this week, as you can see here, we have a cool week ahead of us. I'm going to show you guys some really cool mods, but before we jump into anything, I want to take a second to say thank you to everybody who has liked or subscribed on the content, because your support means a heck of a lot to me. We're almost at doing 1 year's worth of these videos, but also we just hit 720 subscribers. Now that might not seem like a lot to a lot of people, but to me that's awesome. That's really cool. You guys, your love and support means a lot, so thank you very much for it. I really appreciate it. But also thank you to the mod authors, because we've got until I think Christmas, Halloween-ish, somewhere around there before Alpha 20 comes out, and you guys have kept Alpha 19 alive and well with all the amazing work that you've done. So thank you very much for putting in that time and putting in that effort. We really appreciate it. But now we're going to go ahead and jump into our first mod. And our first mod is probably one of my favorite mods ever, because it brings back something from the console that I've loved, the wellness system. It's called Yakov's Wellness System by Yakov and Kane GB. Now, the reason I like this mod so much is because the food that you eat gives wellness again, which it didn't used to do that before. So like if you look here at the salmon, or salmon, however you want to pronounce it, it says wellness 0. So you actually need to start focusing on good food. Like this meat stew gives a wellness of 3. The steak and potato gives a wellness of 3. Sham chowder, a wellness of 4. Fish tacos, wellness of 0. The chili dog, a wellness of 4. Hobo stew, a wellness of 4. So we're actually going to take a couple of these, and we're going to eat some of these things. So I heard a zombie. Here we go. So I'm going to eat this spaghetti here, which gives a wellness of 5. So now my health is at 69 as opposed to the 64 it was at. So we're going to let this zombie... Ooh, wait. Ooh, before we do that, I need to put down a gravestone so that way I can respawn somewhere. We'll just set it down over here. So watch what happens. We're going to let this zombie... We're going to let this zombie kill us. Maybe. Come on, dude, you can do it. I have faith in you. We believe in you. See, now look, it's at 63 again because of the damage and stuff that we've taken. The debuffs have reduced our health from 69 back down to 63. So watch what happens after we die. It's going to be 63 or 64 again. It's kind of weird. The mod is kind of buggy sometimes, and you do have to start a new character for it to work right, because if you don't, it's going to mess with your health a little bit. I have a previous a character where the number was never consistent. Okay, so now you see our health is at 63. So we're going to go back into God mode real quick. Get our stuff. We're going to take this dude out. We're going to exit God mode. And we're going to eat a couple of meals back to back to watch how... See, now it shows 68, and it went down to 62. So it's kind of wonky a little bit how it works. But it is cool that it does bring back the whole wellness system, because that's something that I felt has desperately been needed. And you do have to eat a bunch of stuff to get it to stack the way that it's supposed to, but it is still a really cool mod to use. Like, I've been playing with it for a little while, and I do really like it. I love the wellness system. Like, that's something that I don't think should have been taken out of the game, because otherwise death doesn't have a penalty. Like, there's no point to die. Like, there's no bad thing for dying anymore. But with that, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next mod. Okay, folks, so our next mod is called Harry's Pickup Stuff by Bobby Lee 298, and this is a super cool mod as well, because this lets you take like a wrench or driver or whatever, and all these workbenches that you find scattered around, you can pick them up. So you can come up to it, oop, wrong one, and just kind of like, you know, last time we showed off a mod like this, you just sit here and you wrench it up, and then boom, you pick it up. So it's a simple mod, but it lets you get these things. Blam. Now we have a cement maker, or a cement mixer. I don't know why I called maker. But it's a simple mod, but it's really cool because we've needed stuff like this for a long time. Like Duriel has one, Bobby Lee has one, but these mods are really good because of how they work with just the world in general, and you're not gated behind having to invest points in something you normally wouldn't use. If you're not the type of person to go down the intelligence tree, then this saves you a lot of that headache, because now you can just pick up the stuff and go about your day, which I really like. Not everybody plays the same way, so this gives you an option of, you know, not having to invest points where you normally wouldn't want to. But with that, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next mod. All right, folks. So our next mod is called the Raincatcher Station by Chronosus CZ. I don't know if there's a different way to pronounce that. It's a weird name, but it's a cool mod because it gives you a little station that you can place inside a base. Because some mods are weird. It's hard to limit placing something just inside or outside. But it's cool because you take some empty water jars. You come here, you click recipes, and then it's going to give you an option of crafting murky water at this station. Now, there's two versions of this mod. You've got one where you can do 10 jars in 30 minutes or 30 jars in 60 minutes. And, that's kind of how it works. That's why it says here 10. I only have 5. I need 10. I do that, and then in 30 minutes, it'd spit out 10 empty jars. Well, right here, I spawned in a whole bunch, and was just like, let's see how long it would take to do a full stack. Well, it's going to take, a damn long time, 357 minutes. But it's an easy thing to catch. You come to your workbench, you type in rain, we hit enter, and then down here, all you need are some scrap polymers, a bucket, and forged iron. You place it down, you put your stuff in, and then you go about doing your business. You go questing, you go looting, you go whatever you want to do, and it builds it for you. Like, I'm actually going to go ahead and cancel this, and then I'll show you guys. So we do recipes. We're going to do 1. See? It takes 1 load of 10 jars. It's going to pop out in 30 minutes. Super simple. That's why this mod is so cool, because it gives you a source of water without you really having to do a whole lot for it, which I think is something that should have been in the game, like either having the rain bucket or working faucets and sinks, stuff like that, something to be able to let you just kind of passively generate water, because it's one of those things that you need for damn near everything you do. So that's why I like this mod. It's a super cool mod. It's small, but it does help out a lot. But with that, we're going to go ahead and move on to the last mod. Alright folks, so our last mod is super cool. It is called the Curse of Anubis by Annie Joki. I think that's how you pronounce it. But this thing is awesome. So this adds 2 massive POIs. It adds this Sphinx that's here in front of us, and it adds a pyramid. They're both quest markers. I think the Sphinx is a tier 4 and the pyramid is a tier 5. I could have those backwards. But this thing is super cool because not only does it add in the 2 cool POIs, it adds in something like 100 blocks, a bunch of different zombies. I'll showcase all that. It adds a bunch of different weapons. Like, this thing is massive. It's almost like enough to really call it like a light overhaul, honestly. But this thing is cool. Like, so look at this weapon in my dude's hand here. This spear, like, these things just all look insanely cool. I love the look of this spear. This actually reminds me of something from like World of Warcraft Legion, just that fell green glow. You got this cool scythe here that just looks really neat. This cool little axe. This sword looks cool as hell. I love this little staff, the way that it looks. It just looks really neat. You got a shield. It just looks cool. Ah, that just looks so good. Okay, but now we're going to go back into... I got to turn that back on so we can go back in our inventory here and I can show you guys. So that's what's cool about it. So it actually adds in a bunch of really neat stuff, like just a bunch of different weapons. And if I come here and I type in Egypt, you can see all the cool stuff that it adds here, just all the different things, different books, a whole bunch of different little models and mods and stuff like that. Like, it adds a bunch of stuff in. And then if we come down here, you guys can actually see how big this POI is. Like, this thing is huge. Like, that is just really well done. Oh, I forgot to show you guys too. So here we go. Nice little spot here. So if we hit F6 and we type in edgy, look at all these different things that you can summon in. You can summon in freaking skeletons, some snake scorpion hybrid thing. Like, look at how insane that thing looks. That's so creepy, but that's really well done. But not only that, like, you can summon in a pharaoh. Like, these things just all look so, and I really need to start clicking this looking at me button so you guys don't have to see me moving around. Like, look at this. Like, these things just all look super freaking crazy. Oop, I hit the wrong button. I hit F5 instead of F6. That's my bad, folks. Look at that guy. But now to check out this POI, so of course, you know, some of these aren't really going to have anything in them, but like, this is just all super cool. And having to bust your way into these is just even better, because, you know, really, how else are you going to get into some of these? That one's just solid blocks. Little door here. Look at that thing. Look at how creepy looking that is. Little skeleton dude. Wake up, lazy butt. Do some work. Comes all down here, and look at this. This is just so big. Like, and this is just one POI. This is not even the other POI. This is just one. But like I said, man, this thing is huge. Like, this mod adds in a bunch of stuff. It really does help spice up a bunch of stuff. And if you combine this with Wasteland, I couldn't remember the name of the mod for it. I was like, wow, what's going on? But if you combine this with Wasteland, you actually can get a hell of a lot of gameplay out of these two mods. Like, they actually complement each other fairly well, adding in a whole bunch of new entity types and new quests and stuff to do. Like, there is just a buttload of stuff here. And I'm not even showing you guys everything. I'm just kind of zipping through because I don't want to, you know, spoil everything for you. But at the same time, it's hard to showcase everything like this without just, you know, taking a super long time to dive into everything. Look. And like, just to show, look how big it is. We're underground right now. Look at that. That is effing massive. Like, just, this is so freaking big. You guys, this, I can't, I keep saying it because it's so true. This mod is just massive. There is so much here for you to do. You are not going to get bored playing with this mod. And that's just one POI. We're actually going to come here. We're going to open the POI. We're going to say Egypt. We're going to go to the pyramid. So take a look at this thing. It doesn't look like much from the outside, but it is just another super big. Hey, open. Okay, well, don't open then. I'll just walk through you. Like, this thing is just massive as well. Look at all this. That's the benefit of God mode. You can just easily soar through and show off all kinds of stuff. And I can show you guys just like this little weird green glowy mushroom thing that I picked up. Ancient Egypt mushroom. This might be needed to craft ancient weapons or mods. Lazy. And look at how big this POI is. Like, that is super huge. You guys are going to have so much fun playing with this mod. I've actually never fully completed this mod. I've played through, I've looted a lot of these places, but I've never actually found this either. This is a first. Well, there you guys go. You guys, there's a secret little room of loot here that it looks like in order to get to it, you have to bust through some stuff. So there you go. Some secret loot there for you. It's kind of a neat little way to find it. But I've never actually completed all of these quests. I've gotten to where I've had the quests to come in here, but I have died every single time before I could finish this place out. Like, there's so much here. Just, you get overwhelmed. It's just so much fun to play with these things. It's super, super enjoyable having all this crazy loot and stuff. And the weapons are actually really cool too. just, I don't like spears myself, but just, you know, being able to have all the extra weapons that you can do stuff with makes it pretty fun. Makes it really enjoyable. So I highly recommend you guys jump in and give this a shot. Annie Jokey did a really great job on this. But with that, folks, we are done for the week. Thanks for sticking around as long as you did. I hope you had fun. Make sure you like, subscribe, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Have fun. Take it easy. We'll see you next time.